Yeah, you already know what time it is, you understand? UPK, One West of the Command Junior High to all my brothers. We rolling through, you understand? And these niggas weak, these niggas don't know what to do. You see these soldiers beside me, standing in all black with them shields on posts, watching, they all my brothers.
Gold is precious, but loyalty is price. Home with a mind might leave you lifeless. Wrong with this shit, I'm in need of diapers. And don't do any crimes, cause all my niggas righteous. All politics will fight. Cowards fold, real niggas hold race stand. What they believe, they won't compromise the day. Never harmonize the trade. Do not affiliate with impersonators. You cross the line, you gon' take the bait. My niggas strong, no chase. Them other niggas sweet like annihilators. Hang with the brown sugar like the annihilate. Every time I move, righteous demonstration. More like the United States. My brother's glorious, two warriors to labor. Pour down the dead cities, can't stop till we notorious. Thrown in my way, with a supreme audience. Proud ass nigga get exiled, no longer around my brothers.
Yeah, you already know what it is. 144 back again, UPK style, put it down for my brothers. And I roll straight up, right man with them shields.
That's right.
They my brothers. We gon' rule it on the king stage. We gon' rule this bitch at all goes. Nigga, we gon' take it from the ground. Drown yourself, take it to the ground. And we gon' eat and drink, me and all my
brothers. Like the ladder house. You can't get it with my men, nigga. I can tell you fake from your treacherous mouth. Claim that God is all love, we don't believe that. Give a damn about the 2 cents, fuck the feedback. I give it all for my brothers, they deserve. No excuses for my niggas, they striving to be perfect. Sacrifice whatever form, they never own. UPK, we kill it tight like CP and Joe. Endure to the end, it's what a wise man told me. Lick from the top shelf, but I spit it with the low. 144, nigga, everybody know. All the elbow on it was revenge, fuck the road. Shut you down for the cause, gotta show me. Stay tall and do not blush, remain calm when the things pop up. Go deep like David Jones locker, Obama central locker. No competition, only glory in the distance for my brothers.
He was like, his wife was like, all right, clap it up.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Let me pause the music, make sure nothing else come on. It's the Isupk start out of 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York. I'm the commanding general, your honor. All right, y'all already know what it is. Friday, Lashawan Qadash class, man, the Hebrew class. Y'all know what it's hitting for, Akim and Aquafin. Y'all already know, man. All right, shout out to the Isupk reservation. You know what I mean? What's going on? What it is, man? What it's hitting for? All right. Now, as y'all know, we in lesson 7, right? We all know this. We all understand that we've been doing this biblical Hebrew working textbook. All right. Lock here. I get like a wet napkin or something. Got something on these damn glasses. All right. So with that being said, we got Ibad at the board. You can continue to write the words now. Remember, I told y'all that I was going to start the class a little bit different. That instead of me showing Captain Akkad's song, showing to my brothers, letting the song play, I was just going to let it play and put the words up on the board. Also, I need you to put what these words mean. All right. So, how we gonna start the class is I'm gonna give you the words, the water. Appreciate it. Yabashim Yashabagatha. All right. Just came from camp. Everybody about to head back out. Go to their dwelling place. All right. To where they abide. Outside of the school. You know what I mean? Well, when we're not in class, right? With that being said, y'all know we in lesson 7 of the biblical Hebrew working textbook. Now, this one right here is going to test y'all, man. It's going to test what you know. If y'all ain't been studying, it's going to show. If you're struggling or having a hard time with the class, it's going to show in this lesson. because we're in lesson 7, the review. All right, we're in a review for lesson 7. With that being said, I'm gonna just explain to y'all right now that in this review, we already did some 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Isupk Pittsburgh because last week we went out to Pittsburgh. It was a beautiful camp. All right, it was amazing. We had an amazing time. Went out to the club and all that stuff. Party with the brothers. You know how we do in ISUPK. So the previous week before that, we did the lesson 7 review. All right. Now in this review, if y'all let me post this up here on the screen for y'all to see as well. I just post this up here for you. But in the review, it has an extra assignment, so to speak, right? As an extra assignment, I'm gonna post it up here real quick. I bought the water. Where we at? We should be right here. One of these pages. That's lesson 9. Let me put this up on the board. I'm gonna make this very small for y'all to see it. Boom, Salakia. All right. Hold on, Salakia. I did the wrong one. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. So I'm just gonna go right here. We're gonna go up. That's lesson 9. We're gonna go all the way back up to lesson 7. Over here on the side. And here we are, right here, right? I'm gonna come back to the board in a second. Salakia, I want to show y'all this right here. I don't know if y'all can still see the whole board or not, but hey, Astaba, can you turn this towards the alphabet sheet just a little bit? Yeah. I'm gonna tell you when to stop. Keep going, perfect. The what? All right. Now I'm gonna try to do it like this. Now, if y'all see that we normally would have, these scriptures right here to practice and to break down certain things out of the scripture, right? We stopped at number 4, right? We stopped at number 4. We did all this up here. We translated it. Y'all remember that from 2 weeks ago? We translated all that. Translated this with the Darak, Dawada, you know what I mean, and all that. We did all of these. All of these, right? We stopped at number 4, right? Now, hold on. Let me grab the book. So we stopped at number 4, and I told y'all to do the rest, to do down to number 8 on your own. So we stopped at 4, which was Waya Kwaraawa, Al Lawat, Waya Amarwa Lawa. Right? That's where we stopped at. And the rest of the assignment was for you to do down to number 8. Right? We remember. Now, if you notice right here, it says review and drill 2. Right, and then I'm gonna come back here to the board and let y'all finish in a second. But I'm gonna go back to this review and drill 2 as 2 reviews, lesson review, as 2 of them, and it continues from 8 all the way down to 19. I mean, from 9 all the way down to 19. So it's 10 more to do, which y'all can do as a homework assignment if y'all want to. I hate to say homework because I hate homework. But y'all can do it on your own if y'all want to, right? From 9 to 19, give yourselves, you already know how to to use Blue Letter Bible, 2letterlookup.com, all the websites, the Bible Hub, you know what I mean? Because of course the Blue Letter Bible doesn't break down every single word for you, but the Bible Hub does. The Bible Hub does. Now, the problem with the Bible Hub is that it's not the King James version. Like the Bible Hub is not the official King James version that we normally use in class. So what I would do is I would just take the concordance number and then go look it up. Type that concordance number into the Blue Letter Bible. Let me come over here. And then, of course, we would have it. You know, you can find what it means, the King James version, right? Now, with that being said, y'all can do those on your own, but I want to bring y'all over to something else. I want y'all to see this in lesson 2. I just want to come over on the screen just so y'all don't feel like, you know, y'all ain't got to be sitting there looking at the lesson all day. All right, but I want to bring y'all over to something real quick. Shalom, young man. I'll hide him what it is, man. All right, I'm going to keep that over there so y'all can see that. But I'm going to come right over here. Matter of fact, I'll make it full screen because we're going to come back to it anyway. Now, I want y'all to go down and notice this right here. This is what I was about to say. This right here is going to show if you've been practicing, if you've been studying, you know, your Hebrew words and your alphabet sheet, if you've been practicing writing the Hebrew, saying the Hebrew words, because if you notice, it just says translate English to Hebrew, meaning we have to translate this ourselves, which is what we're going to be doing in this class today. We are going to give me Ephesians 1 and 20, Ephesians 5 and 21. Ephesians 5 and 21. We're going to be doing this today. And I want y'all to know something, that it's going to be a great thing for y'all to go back and actually do these lessons yourself, like to do the exercises yourself at home. Even have your children, you know, get into it so they can learn how to speak their language. Because right here it just says translate English to Hebrew. Usually we are translating Hebrew to English. But today we're going to translate English to Hebrew. Now this is where you apply what you learn. Give me Ephesians 5 and 25. While we are getting this, y'all can finish copying the words up there. Go ahead.
This is the book of, you said Hebrews?
No, Ephesians.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 25. Husbands.
No, Ephesians 5 and 21.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 21.
Go ahead.
Submitting yourselves one to another.
Salaki. I gave you Ephesians 5 and 20. It's 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21. Salaki. My mind is somewhere else. Ephesians, matter of fact, stay where you at. You just had that? You lost it already? All right, don't sweat it. That scripture that he just pulled, because I hate when I wouldn't want somebody to think that we don't know what the hell we're talking about. But Ephesians 5 and 21 is going into the role of a man and a woman. You know, how are we supposed to care for each other and love each other? Woman's supposed to obey her man. A man's supposed to love the woman the way Christ loved the church and all that. You know what I mean? A woman's supposed to submit herself unto a man like he's the Lord, showing that he's supposed to serve your man the way you serve the Most High. You know what I mean? Like he is the Most High. Meaning serve him the way you claim you serve the Most High. But you be up there with the Lord cussing the Most High out like, oh, nigga, something, go get you a job, blah, 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 but you ain't never paid, blah, blah, whatever women say, right? And the brother ain't supposed to just toss a broad away. He's supposed to love that woman the way Christ loved the church and gave himself for. So Christ gave himself. He put his life on the line for the school. And that's what we're supposed to do for our wives. Guide them, give them counsel, put our life on the line for them. Woman's supposed to serve the Most High as if he served the Most High by serving her husband as if he is the Most High. That was the Lord's orders. All right? That Paul spoke. All right? Now, I just wanted to break that down just so they don't think we don't know what the hell we talking about. You know what I mean? But give me 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 21. Prove all things.
The Bible says what?
Prove all things.
The Bible says prove all things. Prove all things. This ain't something that you know. This ain't just, you know, something we made up. This is the proof that we just didn't come and make all this, you know, garbage up. Make up some garbage that we just want to teach because of whatever. The Bible says prove all things, which means what? We have to prove what we teach.
Right.
That's what pastors don't do, and that's what a lot of these other churches, Christian Israelite churches, don't do. They don't teach what they can prove. They don't prove what they can teach, which is why, or they don't prove what they teach. You know what I mean? And they ain't teaching things that they can prove. But in ISUPK, we teach things that we can prove.
Right.
We prove the things that we teach. And this Hebrew is one of them. This is the ancient Hebrew, the Lashawan Qadash, the holy tongue, a separate tongue that belongs to a separate people who God separated from everybody else. All right? Now, these are just some words that I wanted to give you. Power / God. All right? That's what Alahayim means, power. And it's translated as God. This is King David, Dawadah, or David. Ashar means which. It also means who. And it's also used as that. That and which are the main uses of it. It's also used as who. Now, the Hebrew word maya is also used as who as well. But saying like, but that's like, maya would be more so, who are you? This is the who, like, who lived in such and such. You know what I mean? So you got you got the maya, it's like, who the hell are you? That's maya, right? And then you got such and such who lived in the east part of the country. That would be a shah. All right? So that's how it's used. All right? More, so to speak, right? Now, with that being said, you're going to get into the lesson. All right? Now, everybody should have this written down by now. If not, you got to, rewind the class because you can't spend too much time on it. I want to get into the lesson, or you can just pause the video and then, play the video afterwards. All right? And watch it that way. Now, let's get into the lesson. Okay? Can you grab this chair for me? I don't know why they keep taking the chair down. But can you grab the chair for me? Boom, boom, boom. All right, translate English to Hebrew. Now here it is, y'all. Here it is, right here. Gonna put what you've been studying on the line, what you've been proving on the line. All right, here it is, right here. So we got to translate. The first thing we have to translate is Kings of Israel. That is the first thing we have to translate. I'll give you that paper. Okay. All right, can you erase the board for me, Bubba Bashar? And I'm gonna have you put up Salaki. I'm gonna have you put up. Can I see the paper, Bubba Bashar? I'm gonna have you start at the top. You're gonna do from 1 to 7. Okay. You can put up. We're gonna do one at a time. We should be able to get all this done by the end of class. We're gonna do one at a time, right? I got it numbered on here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? But on the paper, it's not numbered. So Kings of Israel is number 1. All right. Okay. So now Abad is putting this up on the board right now. Right? Kings of Israel. So first off, what's the Hebrew word for king? If y'all remember in the lesson, or what's the Hebrew word for the? Ha is the Hebrew word for the. All right? That's the Hebrew word for the. It's ha. Right? Now, what's the Hebrew word for king? Damn right, Alahayim is malak. All right? So malak is the Hebrew word for king. So the king, hamalak. Now here's the problem. It's the kings of Israel. So what would be the word? You got to add yum at the end, masculine plural, right? Malakim is kings. Malaki, I meant to put an S on that. It's kings. I know in the chat I put king, but it's supposed to be kings. All right. Now, everybody better know what Yasha Allah is. Everybody better know what the hell Yasha Allah means, man. If you don't know how to say Yasha Allah or know what Yasha Allah is in Israel, then you definitely need to do some studying. All right. So Yasha Allah is Israel. Yah, Shar, Allah. All right. It means Israel. Okay. So I'm putting all this in the chat for y'all. All right. Just so y'all can have it. Ibad has it up on the board. Should be up on the board now. Now, remember, Ibad, I need you to translate these. Like you know how we usually do it. All right. Give Ibad a hand. We ain't had Ibad in the class in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Ibad usually up here putting an excellent way, you know, man, excellent handwriting, the way we, you know, usually use it in the class and our format and all that. It's been a little minute. So ha malakim. I need you to Salaki. Yeah, you good. You right on point, Ibad. Right on point. Matter of fact, can we do something like this, Ibad? If I could, right? Can we erase this down here? And can I do it? Can I see this real quick? Can we this is how I write it on the paper. Right? Can we do it this way? The and then kings, right? Handwriting always jammed up. And then put how to pronounce it. Right? So we can start getting used to knowing ha equals the, then malakim is kings, you know, with the plural on it. All right. Now y'all let me know if y'all can see this. Where's my phone at? I think I had it over here, or it might be over there. Let me grab it real quick. Y'all type in any questions as well. Here you go, 2 hours to watch. So I'm gonna check the class as well. I want to make sure everything looking good and you know the sound and all that is wild. All right. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it's definitely clear. Most High in Christ. Let me get the remove the chat. Sort of covering what I need. There we go. All right, so now we on point. And I want to just have a translation under there just so we can get used to it. You know what I mean? We know how to pronounce it is all the way at the bottom. You know what I mean? Hamalakim, Yasha Allah. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to need to get this in our minds on how to speak, you know, our language.
Right.
So we're going to need to know what the words mean and then how to pronounce it. So the kings of Israel is the first one that they asked us to translate. The kings of Israel. All right. Which is Hamalakim Yasha'al. All right. Hamalakim Yasha'al. Now, the next one they want us to do is sons, Salakia. The next one they want us to do is son of the king. That's the next one they want us to do is son of the king. All right, Ibak, can you do me one favor? Can you spin the camera towards the alphabet sheet just a little bit more? I don't know if you can see this. Can you see it? Yeah, spin it just a little bit more. All right, that's perfect. Yeah, you can leave it right there. That's good enough.
It's going to keep reverting back.
All right. No, then let's not mess with it. All right. I believe it went a little sideways. Probably got to press it down, press the top down. Yeah, like push it down. No, like press the side because it's sideways. This is what I mean. Try to make it straight. Oh dang! Hold on, too much power. Like they say, too much. Yeah, it ain't locked in. Y'all set up this camera. Y'all gotta make sure that the legs and everything is locked in. Everything gotta be right. You know what I mean? Shouldn't have to adjust it no type of way. Boom. All right, here we go. I believe we on. Gotta move it back over. Should be good like that. I'm gonna check the class, see how everything looks, and then we're gonna get into the next one, which is Son of the King. Right now, we just did the Kings of Israel. All right, and now we're gonna get into the Son of the King. So you can erase the board. Like I said, if y'all need to pause the class, feel free to pause it. All right. Okay, Alahayim. Okay. I see Alahayim in the class. Young man Alahayim. I see you on this game. I had a question. Dawayad. I never heard of Dawayad being David. Boom, boom, boom. I haven't heard of it. But but Alahayim, if you got a scripture with it in there, then let me know. It could be a tense. Could be like a tense on it. Depending on, but if you post the scripture, just let me know. All right, let me know what the scripture is. We could go over it, and I'll check it out. More than likely, if it was in there, it's actually not a part of the word. It's just for the tense purpose. All right. So now, let me back this chair up. All right. So now let's get into sons of the king, or Salaki, son of the king. That's my bad. Son of the king. How Donald Trump called our brothers and sisters sons of bees. That bastard. So, son of the king. Now, Ibot, if you can go ahead up. And let me just do this real quick. Put this line up here so we know that that's where the camera's at. You got the marker. Can I see that marker real quick? I need to just move this forward. And we're going to get into it. But yeah, Alahayim, just post the scripture. I believe it's right about here. Yep, that's perfect. Right about here. Anything, in front of this line, you can see. That G is Tawab too. So I'll just put a little line right there so we know. That G just made it. All right, there you go, Ibot. Boom. So that way we know anything on this side of that line, we can see when the screen is like this. When the camera is at on this type of angle or in this type of shot, I guess, or scene, I guess you could say. All right, but let's get it, Ibot, son of the king, which would be number 2. So now, what is the word son? Before Ibot puts it up there. No, you good. You good. I bet. I'm just talking to everybody online. What is the word son? All right. That's right, Alahayim. Bond. Bond is the word son. It's bond. Right? Ba and na. Those 2 characters. So bond is son. I don't want to give it away. And then king. Now you got of the king. Just like we didn't put a of in the last one. Remember, it was Malak. It was the kings of Israel. Hamalakim Yasha'ala. We didn't use the word for of. We didn't use the actual word is shall. Right? But it's not needed in most cases. Like you won't ever actually see shall. And I'll type that in the chat room as well. Shall is of, but it's the proper word for of, but it's not needed. It's not needed. You won't ever even see it for real in the scriptures. For real. Like you won't ever even see it, but they do have a word for it because in our language it's not needed. You know what I mean? It's already assumed. It's already known that when I say ban salakia hamalak, since we already did the king, ban hamalak is already. And can you put of in parentheses in between where you did the king and son? Can you put of in between, like in little parentheses or whatever? It's already assumed that he's the son of the king. Son the king. Son the king. Son of the king.
Right.
All right. That's easy. I mean, that's easy to understand. We should be able to understand that right there. We shouldn't even need, you know what I mean, for that to even be explained. Right now, young man Alahayim, it wouldn't be Ban Shal Malak because we wouldn't necessarily use of. Like we wouldn't use the proper form of. Like they rarely use the proper form of he or she. Like remember, he is Hawa'ah. You don't ever really see that. She is Haya'ah. That's the actual word. But remember, the ha at the end of a root word is she. It's feminine. Right? We already speak in masculine, so there's really no need to say he. Only time you might see he is at the end of a root word, like we're gonna get into, where it's a wa at the end, where a wa is at the end of it. To say he, him, or his. Right? His or him. All right. So with that being said, that's why Yahweh Shah, I believe they did use King of Kings, Lord of Lords, like Malak Shah, Malakim, and I believe they did that just because they don't want to have Kings, Lord Lords, right? So I believe it was used there because I seen it in one of the lessons that a brother asked me to print out, and it said Adawan Shal Adawanyam, right? Malak Shal Malakim, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. All right. But other than that, it ain't necessarily used. All right. So Ban Hamalak, son of the king. Okay. And y'all can pause it and get that down. I believe everybody should be done, but we're gonna move on to the next. The next one is this right here. It's to the people, which is number 3 on your sheet, Ibad. To the people of Israel. Right? Now, who knows what the word to is? Anybody know what the word to is? The word to is la in Hebrew. So we got to break down to the people of Israel, right? To the people of Israel. And you got to remember what the word people is. Now, this lesson I could go through and I could look up every single word in this lesson, and that's going to take up, a ton of time. Trying to look up every single word on blue letter, on 2-letter lookup. But, that won't necessarily be needed today. Now, it is lessons where we do just that. We go and look up every single word, right? But in this lesson, we ain't going to do that. In this actual class today, we ain't going to do that. We just going to go off of what we have learned. Hold fast to what we've been taught. All right? We know that scripture, don't we? Alahayim, you're absolutely right. You had it right. The first one is La. La is 2. L-A. La equals 2. All right? Also, Al. Allah is short for the word Al. A-H-L. Because Al means to/unto. And La means to or unto as well. Right? But we just don't say unto anymore because we not in 1600s or 1500s. I'm not going unto the store. You know what I mean? I'm going to the damn store. I ain't going unto your house. I'm going to your house. It's just 2021. So now the word people. People is I'm. So to the people, la ha'im. La ha'im to the people. And then of course you got to put how they pronounce it. The what I bought. And of course the word of is not in there because it's not needed. Yasha Allah, we all know it's Israel. All right. To the people of Israel. La ha'im Yasha Allah. Now this is a good exercise, man. Like the way they did it down was is amazing. You know what I mean? Because it gives us the chance to do it ourselves. Right? It gives us a chance to practice what we've been taught. Laha'im is to the people. Then you got, of course, Yashar Allah, which I'm typing in the chat right now. Yashar Allah, which is Israel. All right? We should all know that by now. Like I said, don't be in the Sabbath service. Don't be in the Sabbath service saying Yashara Allah. Yashara Al. Yashar Al is Yashar Allah. You want to get it right. Now listen, I had my share. We all had our share of moments where we jammed the damn thing up. But remember, we being taught again like babies, man. We being taught again like babies to the people of Israel. All right? Laha'im Yashar Allah. Laha'im Yashar Allah to the people of Israel. Can you make the Shar Allah a little bit darker? It look a little light to me over here. And also the La and the Laha'im. And those dash, the little dots, they look a little dark too. I mean, they look a little light too. All right. So to the people of Israel, Laha'im Yashar Allah. Let me hear you say that, Astawak, to the people of Israel in Hebrew. To the people of Israel in Hebrew. Laha'im Yashar Allah.
Laha'im Yashar Allah.
Let me hear it again.
Laha'im Yashar Allah.
There you go. Well, go ahead, Ibad. Astawak ahead.
Oh, sorry.
This is good there. I want to try this too. I ain't just single you out, Astawak. Let me explain the madness. All right. I want to try to get everybody into saying it. Like I don't want to be the only person that says it. I want everybody else to say it so we can hear the different dialects and different tones of how we speak our language. Go ahead, Ibad. You got it.
Oh, God. Laha'im Yashar Allah.
There you go. Laha'im Yashar Allah. Let me hear it straight.
Oh, God. Laha'im Yashar Allah.
To the people of Israel. You know what I mean? And y'all practice at home too. Like y'all want to get into saying it. It's ours. You know what I mean? Just like General Q said. General Q said, this is ours. This belongs to us. Can't nobody tell us what to do with our language. Like I said before, if a fake Israelite, if a Christian Israelite group comes up with a word for call, I mean, they shouldn't. They ain't the authority on nothing. They ain't the ISUPK, but it is that language. They could make it up. We make up slang words every day. I mean, we actually don't have the right to say that they can't make that up. We do have the right to say that that's not the official word because they are not the authority. We are. We set the standard and say what is or isn't in Israel, concerning Israel. Commander General sets that standard. But if they want to make up a slang word for it, I mean, niggas make up words every day. Niggas make up words every day, B. And that they can do that. We can do it as well. We all Israelites. This is our language. This isn't the ISUPK's language. This is Black and Hispanic and First Nation people's language.
Right.
If the Gadites on a reservation, if they decided to make up a word for computer in Hebrew, it's like, you know what I mean? That's not the standard for it, but they can do it. I mean, it is their goddamn language, ain't it?
Right.
Niggas make up words every day, baby. And so can we. You know what I mean? This is our language. We have to own it. That's why we should practice saying it in the house. You know what I mean? We should practice this, our language, man. We should practice it. You know what I mean? You shouldn't just, I don't want to be the only ones, pronouncing every word. You know what I mean? Even though I teach the class, but at home we want to get used to it. And in the class, we want to hear each other how we say it. I want to hear how you say it. Laha'ayin Yashala. So when I hear your dialect, I say, oh, damn. You know what I mean? Instead of just one person saying it, if you hear how everybody says it, then you learn it. Just like a baby. A baby learns how everybody talks to them. Everybody says, you want to eat? And everybody's saying this food must be eaten. You know what I mean? You hungry, you want a bottle, you want a bottle, whatever you call it, and you bring them a bottle. Everybody does that. That's how they get it. You know what I mean? When everybody says stop, the more people tell them don't do that. That's how they know that, you know what I mean? The more they get in trouble, more you correct them. Everybody's correcting. It's like they say it take a village to raise a child, man. Everybody's saying you can't do that. That's how we understand not to do something. Like the earth don't belong to us, man. The earth belongs to the Most High. He gave it to us. But it belongs to him. Though he gave it, Laha'ayin Yashala, to the people of Israel. You know what I mean? Actually, Nathan Yahweh, Laha'ayin Yashala. You can also say, Yathan Yahweh, La Yashala. Because the now would drop off. You could. Because now is not a strong, it's used as a connector. And they can usually drop off in most cases. You know what I mean? Just like ha and different things like that. Like ha, wa can drop off. Is in the middle. Y'all see, y'all get it. But I'll just do the standard way. Nathan Yahweh, Laha'ayin Yashala. The Lord gave to the people of Israel. The Lord gave it to the people of Israel. All right? If I wanted to be actually more formal, I could say Nathan Yahweh, Hayah, Laha'ayin Yashala. The Hayah would be it. It's a verb to be. The it could be Hayah. And I can say Nathan Yahweh, Hayah, Laha'ayin Yashala. The Lord gave it to the people of Israel. All right? And listen, y'all, the more, let me just say this. One last thing. I'm going to not get in the way of the screen this time. I'm going to try to stand over here on the side, like right over here. It's also a beautiful thing to be able to make this up. For somebody to say, you don't know Hebrew, you can say that dish back to them in Hebrew. You can say, la'ah, you don't know Hebrew. You know what I mean? No is Yedai. Officer Yedai. You can say, la'ah, ayan, ka. You can say, la'ah, ayan, Yedai ka, Ibaria. You can say la'ah. Oh, Salaki. You can say la'ah. Oh, it would be no, not. Oh, actually, I said no, not no you Hebrew. Well, I could say la'ah, Yedai ka, Ayan, Ibaria. So what I just said, I said, no, you know not Hebrew, which is no, you don't know Hebrew. I said, no, you know not Hebrew. Or you know what I mean? Or the first time I said, no, not know Hebrew, not know you Hebrew. You know what I mean? or yeah. I guess I would say which one would be better, Israel? I ask y'all this. Y'all type this in, or y'all let us know. Put it in the chat. Which one is better to say in Hebrew? To say no, not Hebrew, or to say no, not Hebrew. Which one is it? You want to take a pick in the class? Which one is better? You want to take a shot at it? You want to? This is our language. Y'all tell me. What y'all want to do? Y'all want to set the standard? What is it? What you want to do? Is it no, not know you Hebrew? Or is it no, not Hebrew? Is it one or is it two? Which one sounds better? Go ahead. Two. Give my body in. What you think, Master Watt? So the first one I said was no, not know you Hebrew. I'm saying you don't know Hebrew. So the way it was written, the way it would be said and written would be no, not know you Hebrew, or no, you know not Hebrew. The second one. So the standard would be this. If I can erase this, all right, because we're gonna do the next one anyway. This is an extra, all right. So the standard, you guys see this. The standard would be la'ah. To say you don't know Hebrew. To say no, nigga, you don't know Hebrew, right? So la'ah meaning no. In Philly, we say no. Like no. And then I said yadaika. La'ah, yadaika. Yadai means no, as in you know somebody, like K-N-O-W. Ka at the end of a root word means what? Means you or your. So I said no, you know. And then I said ayun, which is another word on how you say it, is another word that says no or not. I said no, you know not, and then ibaria, which is Hebrew, which is the actual, I gotta put it down here, which is the actual word Hebrew. Ibar is the person Hebrew, or the people. Ibaria is the people. It's plural, masculine plural for people, right? Abaryath is the language, right? So we said that the standard for saying no, you don't know Hebrew, for saying no, you don't know Hebrew. Somebody say, man, you don't know Hebrew. You can say la'ah, yadaika, ayun, ibarya. No, nigga, you don't know Hebrew. They tell you don't know Hebrew. You say no, you don't know Hebrew. In Hebrew, la'ah, yadaika, ayun, ibarya. No, you don't know Hebrew. And that's the whole point of us practicing, because even if you would have said it the other way, you still said it in Hebrew and still told them that they didn't know Hebrew. And what would they say back? Something in English? I mean, you won that battle. That was a quick cut. You would have won that battle. So, no, you know not Hebrew. La'ah, yadaika, ayun, ibarya. Now, no, you don't know Hebrew. Then you can put, I know Hebrew. No, nigga, you don't know Hebrew. I know Hebrew. And you can put anya, ibaria. Or anya, yadai, ibaria. Anya, yadai, and then ibaria, right? I just put a comma right here. Of course, ibaria will go right there. So you can say la'ah, yadai, ayun, ibaria. So like la'ah, yadaika, ayun, ibaria. Anya, yadai, ibaria. No, nigga, you don't know Hebrew. I know Hebrew. You know what I mean? So that was a sidebar. But that's the whole point of us practicing and saying it in a different. Oh, damn, I wanted y'all to say it. It's a lot. I'm going to put it back up here. What was it again? Ibad, la'ah, yadaika. What else? La'ah, yadaika. Yadaika Ayan. Yep. Ayan Ibaria. Now, I know I made this one a little bit smaller, but this is Hebrew, right? We know that. How you say it is Ibar and then Yah, right? Yadai, which means no, or it means you know. Shalak, means you know. And it's pronounced Yadai. Alright? Yadai. So Ibaria, then you got Yadai. You got Ayan, which means not. Just another way to say no or not. You got Ayan. And then of course you got no. I just put no up there because we say that. You know, black people and Hispanic people say that a lot. No. But this is la. I'm gonna get out the way. So let me hear y'all say it. La Yadaika Ayan Ibaria. That's the walk, you got it.
Said like, yeah.
You can come up and see it. Yeah, you can come up and look at it. Now, if you can erase that at the top, I bought and put can you catch this? And put well, I already got it down there. If you could just erase the top, because we're gonna put something else up there anyway.
So,
Because I don't want them to think that means to the people of Israel. Go ahead.
it's La'a, Yadai, Ayan,
No,
Ibaria.
Yadaika. All right here.
I was reading what was in the Bible.
Yeah, I want to read the Hebrew. So you try to be slick. Hey, when they say don't work hard, work smart. Work smart, not hard. I understand. I understand when it comes to doing what Esau said. But you gotta put your work in for your own people. Yeah. Go ahead, Astawak. Oh, damn, you're right. I didn't put Kai at the end, but I'm going to leave it just like that. Let any mistakes be what it is. Go ahead.
Yadaika, Yadaika,
Mm-hmm.
Ayan, Ibaria.
Say it again. Say it straight.
La'a, Yadaika, Ayan, Ibaria.
All right. Give us the walk hand. That was good. They going to hear us talking to each other. They like, what the fuck? What the hell? Go ahead, Iba.
La'a, Yadaika, Ayan, Ibaria.
All right, now you got to say it straight. Because if you was talking to me.
La'a, Yadaika, Ayan, Ibaria.
There you go. Like, La'a Yadaika Ayan Ibaria. See, you know what I mean? And that's the language. You want to take another shot at Astawak?
Let me hear you say it again.
La'a Yadaika Ayan Ibaria. I said, man, showing up. Oh, man.
La'a, Yadaika, Ayan, Ibaria.
Perfect. I mean, like you know, that was perfect. La'a Yadaika Ayan Ibaria. Like, no, you don't know Hebrew. Probably say a little bit pissed, too. Some damn Christianite telling you don't know how to speak Hebrew. Like, nigga, what? Right. I know you ain't tell me that. I know you ain't tell young man Alahayim that. I know you ain't tell everybody, you know what I mean, Astawak. I know you ain't tell us we don't know Hebrew. No, Negro, you don't know Hebrew. La'a Yadaika Ayan Ibaria. Watch your mouth. You know what I mean? Then you could go back to English on them. Watch your mother effing mouth. All right? With that being said, let's get back into the lesson. Now that was a good exercise, right? Because we just said it. Now we doing the same thing as was right here, as was written. You can erase the board like Bob. Because remember I said this is a good exercise because this right here, it makes you think of what you learned. And now you got to form it yourself. Now you got to be the one to form it. You know what I mean? You got to, to put which word goes first. when we just came from this, where they basically spoon fed us. Which word goes first? Number 15, right? Wayashamaiwa, and they heard. Al Salaki, and they heard or listened. Al Yawa to him. Ban Yashala, the children of Israel. And the children of Israel listened to him. All right. And this is why it says, and they listened, right, to him, and the children of Israel. So, and give me Deuteronomy 34 and 9, right? This is number 15. Give me Deuteronomy 34 and 9. Wayashamaiwa Alyawa Ban Yashala. And they hearkened unto him, the children of Israel. And the children of Israel are hearkened unto him, or listened to him. I just switched it to the old Quaker English, but I'm saying and the children of Israel listened to him, which is the point. Let me get Deuteronomy 34 and 9.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 34, verse 9. And Joshua, the son of Nun, was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands upon him, and the children of Israel hearkened unto him.
Thank you.
And did as the Lord.
No, that's it. Damn, I forgot to look. I forgot I could put this up on the screen for y'all. I got y'all looking at that, man. We're going to go to the Blue Letter Bible. Man, we're going to type this thing in there. Understand? We ain't got, I had y'all looking at that screen. I damn near forgot myself, that we could just pull this thing on up here, man. Let's make it full screen. Let's go back. Let's Deuteronomy. What was it? 34 and 9?
Okay.
34 and 9. Oh man, did I spell that wrong? I might have. What I put? D. Let's try 34 and 9. That says 14 and 9. Let's go 34 and 9. Oh, I think I might be spelling it wrong. It might be DEU. DEUT. I put DUET. Might be DEUT.
Okay.
34 and 9. All right, there we go. So now the son of Nun, Joshua the son of Nun, right? Hearken not unto him. You're going to take these little lines off, boom. That's what it says. This is what they gave us right here to pronounce. To translate. Wayashamaiwa, meaning they hearken. Al Yawa, meaning to him or unto him in Old Quaker English. So this is listen this is listen or hearken in Old Quaker English. This is to him, with the Yah being the connector of him and to him or unto him in Old Quaker English, right? And then Banya, children, Yashala of Israel. That was a real easy one to do. Right? But now what might confuse you a little bit is the fact of the Old Quaker English saying hearken and unto.
Right.
But if you just remember, think 1600s. I mean, that's the 1600s. Hearken means listen.
Right.
Unto means to. And they listened to him. And the children of Israel listened to him. That's what we would say today. If we had to write and the children of Israel listened to him, we would have to write Wayashamaiwa Al Yawa Banya Yashala. It's like I started reading it. First I was just flowing because I was saying it, then I started reading it, and it threw me off a little bit, made me slow down. All right. But that's that. You know what I mean? And what it says is the children of Israel listen to him. Old Quaker English, hearken unto him. All right? It's the same thing. Now, with that being said, now remember, if we go back, right? Like I was saying, they spoon fed us the order on how to do it, right? On how to pronounce the words. They spoon fed us basically the first time, right? So let me bring this down where we at. 6, bring us back up to speed. Lesson 7 review is right here. Boom, and we're right here. Boom, boom, boom. Nope, we are right here. That's where we at. All right. So they basically spoon fed us the first few times, and that was number 15 we just did. They basically spoon fed us those first few lessons, pretty much, and it's still going to be the same way for the next few lessons. But now we get a chance to see, that we got. Now we get a chance to practice it ourselves. It's like having a permit. You passed the permit test. You did the written garbage, right? Now you gotta get behind that goddamn wheel. Don't hit nothing. Don't crash the car, man. You know what I mean? But you might, because now you gotta apply everything you read in that damn book, right?
Right.
And it's different being on the road than just reading and say, all right, now I know how to do this. You understand? So with that being said, let's do the next one. The next one is in the way of Israel, which would be number 4. In the way of Israel. Now this ain't numbered on here, right? Y'all don't see it numbered. I'm telling that to Ibad because I wrote them down on a piece of paper and I numbered them, but I didn't put what the meaning was. So he wouldn't know. So I just got to go off the number. In the way of Israel. Now, what is in at the beginning of a root word? How do you say in? Well, I pretty much gave it to you. It's always going to be at the beginning of a root word. The word in. It's ba, the character ba. All right? B-A, second character in the Hebrew alphabet, means in. They also use ba as at this place. You'll see ba. Sometimes they use it as with, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they use it as with sometimes. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say it was with. I forget the other one that's very rare. I believe it might be with. But it's very, very rare that you see it that way. But that's the character by. In, at, I think it might just be at. In and at. And I think sometimes on. I think it's on instead of with. In, at, and on. Like on this, it'll be by. I think that's what it was. I think it was on. I had a feeling that it was with, though. I think I remember doing something, but don't quote me on with. It's definitely in, at, and on. All right? So with that being said, just giving y'all a little sneak peek of what Ibad is doing. Now, the word way is darak, which we learned in lesson 7. We learned darak, the word darak. You got it right here. Darakya. When we had to translate all these, Darakya Haban, right? I'm not sure if it said my way, the sun, or what was it? Boom, boom, boom. Now, I just want to show you something real quick. Up here is Darak too, but this is the ka that comes at the end of a root word in the Assyrian. And this is the regular ka. You see, it's not at the end of the word. Darakya, my way. I believe path. It could be plural, the ways of the sun, or boom, boom, boom. I forget what this one actually is. We did it. It's Darakya Haban. Right? We know bun is sun, the sun. I forget. Let me look up what Darak was, because Darak means what means way, and it also means something else too that I forgot what it was, but I'm gonna give y'all the screen real quick. Put the board up there so y'all can copy that down, right? Bahadarak Yasha'Allah, in the way of Israel, right? Ba meaning in, ha is the rock is way, Yasha'Allah is Israel. I'm gonna get the actual word. I want to get the rock. All right, it's because I forgot what the hell it was from the last time. Right? Y'all gotta forgive me on that one. All right. Where is it at? It should be at the top right here somewhere. The rock road, right? Manner. Way, rule, manner, right? My way or my rule or rules of the sun, ways of the sun. I believe it might be ways of the sun, right? Which was the Rakya Haban, the ways of the sun, right? Which would be that one right there. It's a lock here. I didn't switch it for y'all. The Rakya Habana, the ways of the sun, right? Right. Young man Alahayim, you got dark. I don't know if you was trying to put the rock, but you got Baha Dark Yasha'Allah. Baha the Rock Yasha'Allah. There you go. Most High in Christ, he was right up on it. So now let me give y'all a chance to write this down. Baha the Rock Yasha'Allah. Can you put of up there for me, Ibad?
Oh, God.
The ways of the sun. And Salaki, I put the ways of the sun. That's what I said. Salaki, y'all, in the way of Israel. In the way of Israel, in the road of Israel. Or on the road, which is why you'll see by as on as well. In the way of Israel. On the way of Israel. On the road of Israel. On the way of Israel. Right? Now, those wouldn't exactly fit perfectly, but just giving you the different examples or different ways that this could, the different meanings that this could mean, different things it can mean. All right. Now, with that being said, everybody should pretty much have that written down. It's not hard writing our actual language. Now, the Assyrian might be a little bit rough, but it's not hard doing the ancient Hebrew. So let's get back to it, right? Let's get back into the lesson. We're going to go back down here. So the next one is this. The next one is God of Abraham. Oh, Salaki. I want to give everybody a chance to say it. Baha the Rock Yasha'Allah. Astawak, if you could.
Baha the Rock Yasha'Allah
is up here on the board. Now, the brother just actually said it, and it was real smooth.
Baha the Rock Yasha'Allah.
Baha the Rock Yasha'Allah. Go ahead, Ibad.
Baha the Rock Yasha'Allah.
Hey, that's perfect, man. All the different tones, all the different moods, because remember, our language is based off of masculine and feminine. So gender is based on number. It's based on mood, which is like a secondary, really like the last basis, but we also poetic, our poetry. We form different words for our poetry, the way we might do a song or a rap. You might say it a little bit different, but that's with regular words. What did Freeway say? What did Bean say? He said, they call me Chef Boyard Beans. But he said Beanie Crocker is cook proper, which is, witchcraft, but that's what he said. Like you might not say the word proper, you know what I mean? You might have your own way of saying it. So King David, the way he did Psalms, you understand? So all the different tones, the water, all the different tones, the different moods, poetry, the gender, the number, all those things, the past, present, and future tense changes the word, but really on how you saying it is your mood. You know what I mean? If the poetry might be sarcastic. I can say sarcastic. I can say sarcastic. It's how you say it.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is our language, you know, we're going to use it. Bahadarak Yashala. Go ahead, Ibad. Matter of fact, go ahead, Astawak.
Bahadarak Yashala.
Ibad.
Bahadarak Yashala.
Bahadarak Yashala. You know what I mean? You'll get used to hearing and knowing how to say our language. Let's erase the board. Let's go on the next one. All right. The water, give everybody a hand that participated. The water to y'all. All right. Let's do the next one real quick. I'm going to put this up full screen. God of Abraham. Now, y'all got to get this one right. Y'all got to get this right. God of Abraham. All right. Y'all got to get it right. God of Abraham. All right. How would we say, first off, what's the word for God? What's the word for God in Hebrew? Astawak, want to take a stab at it? What's the word for God in Hebrew? Oh, no. Salakis. Not his name. This is what's the actual word in Hebrew for the word God. Alahayim. All right. Or Alahaya. Right? Or Al Shadia, the Almighty, right? Or well, I don't want to really go off because I just started giving you different words that they would say and use for God. But the actual one is Alahayim or Alahayim, right? You got Alahayah and then you got Alahayim. Right? Also some other things that we would use to not say the Lord's name, we would say Adonijah, right? Or what they say, Adonai. Al Shaddai, which they would say Al Shaddai. So those other words, other Hebrew words that we would use to substitute, so we don't got to say the Lord's name. But Alahayim is the word for God, and we all know Abraham, right? Now you don't have to use the word shall, but I'll accept it. I'll accept it. I won't say it's wrong, but it's not. Shall is really not used. Young man, Alahayim is really not used. You know what I mean? Out of the course of the whole Bible, the actual Hebrew word for of, I think it might be used maybe 5 times, maybe. It might not be used at all. Let's see. Let's type in of on the 2letterlookup.com, right? So we're gonna stop this right here. We're gonna share 2letterlookup.com. All right. Let's just take a look, just real quick, right? Of in Hebrew. We're gonna while Abba's doing that, I'm gonna make this full screen, and then I'll give everybody a chance to take a shot at it. All right. The word means of. Now they're gonna give us a ton of words, a ton of different things, but I'm gonna skip us all the way down to the character shop. This is gonna start at as you see right here, and then it'll go ba, you know what I mean, ba, all the rest of it. Well, they seem to be staying on but none of these words mean of at all. Right? None of these words mean of. They giving us names and all the proper names and everything. So let's take off proper names for this one. We can just, how it says include proper names, we can just take that off. we'll do that. We'll click that off from right now. And I don't think the two-letterlookup.com, I don't think that has a I don't think that has a app. I haven't found it, but if y'all know where it's at, y'all know where to get it. Y'all can post it in the chat. Yeah, see, they don't even have one. They don't even have a word for of, right? They ain't even putting it in there. So if I take off show all details, it's not even gonna post anything. Like they gave us a bunch of other stuff. So let's try and do this, right? I'll click everything else back on, and we'll type in Shah, and La connected. Shah, La. Shah, it says error, false, meaning uncertain. That's the first one. Shah, they got who, which, cause, sake. And then from there it goes into shalab and shalab and all the different things like that. Shalab, but it doesn't even say of at all. It says on account of, right? Whatsoever, whichsoever, who, which, cause or sake. And that is for a reference to a shar used with prepositional prefix and often followed by some pronominal affix. But you see, and this one right here comes from the root word shalah, which means ever, fault, right? Or meaning uncertain, or they say error, right? Now, with that being said, let's get back to the class. So, Laki, I just wanted to go and show y'all, which is why young man Alahayim, why we wouldn't actually use, it's not really used like that. You know what I mean? But let's keep going. So now let's do this here. Let's go to the class. Now here we go. God of Abraham, Alahayim Abraham, the God of Abraham, Alahayim Abraham, God of. The of is automatically assumed in this case.
Right.
Alahayim Abraham. All right. God of Abraham. Alahayim Abraham. Go ahead, Ibad. You got it?
Okay. Alahayim Abraham.
Astawak.
Alahayim Abraham. Alahayim Abraham. Abraham.
Abba Raham.
Abraham.
Abba, father. Raham, I'm guessing means many nations, right? Then he said, father of many nations. First his name was Abram in Hebrew, right? Like Abraham, right? And then you got Abraham, father of many nations, right? So now, I forget what the word for many is. Let's look that up. The word for many, just to do the exercise again. Let's take this off real quick. We're gonna stop sharing that screen. We're gonna share the other screen. We're gonna do father. We're gonna look up the word many and see if it's ra or see if it has a hum in it. Right? So here we go. two-letterlookup.com. Word means many. I'll make this full screen real quick, and then we'll come back. So we got Azal, to go away, go about, boom, boom. Let's just do the proper. No, I don't want to do proper names. I want to take off proper names and get rid of the proper names. Let's just look for the word many. Many, vast, many. Kabayar, vast, many, mighty, great, powerful, many. Phrase, feeble, mighty, most, much, strong, valiant. So that was a good one. And that has a ra in it. Right? I said Kabayar. Let's see. Let's see if it has anything else. Boom, 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 hold. Let's see. Take in the hand. Among. It. Much. Oh, okay. Rob. This one might be. This might be better. Much, many, great, much, many, abounding, more numerous than abundant. All right, now let's add the proper names and see if. Nah, I don't think we need it, but I'm gonna just look up the proper names real quick to see if anybody has the name Rob. Oh, okay, you got Hum. Hum is these. We already know that, right? So let's look for Rob. Yeah, Kabayar, Kyle. Let's look for boom, boom, boom. The word Rob. Now there's nobody's name. Oh, all right, you got Rabab, but it's nobody's name. This means much, abundantly. So you can say Abba, Father. Ra would be many. I'm not sure what the hum would be. So let's look up nations and just to see. It's an exercise. I know that nations is Goya, right? Or Gawaya. And let me see. Let's look up nations. Instead of nations, let's look up nation. Hold on. Okay. Let's come down. Boom, boom, boom. It should be down here in the Ga. Here we go. Gawaya. Abagada Ha. Let's see if we can find something with a Ha that means nation. Oh, that was it. We got Gawaya. All right. I was trying to find Hum. See if we could put the name together for Abraham. Out of many nations, right? Oh, okay. No, that's Ma. That's a Ma, meaning boom, boom, boom. What is it? The feminine noun, tribe, people, nation. A Ma. All right, I was trying to find something with hum in it that meant nation. I just got to keep looking. But that was just a good. We got I'm. Just trying to see if there's any down here. We got Hama, heat, fever. Nope, that's not it. But that was that. Okay, then that was just an exercise to see if we could put the his name together. Because of course, now here goes a good example for remember I said Yadai means no. Here it is to know, right here to know, to learn. That's Yadai. All right. But now let's get back into the class. I was trying to see if we could find that to put his name together because whenever you make a Hebrew name, it's formed. The name itself is formed from. It's formed from the words that the name means. Right. So it's not just one word like, oh, my name is this right here, but I didn't find that in the Bible. That's not how names work. You're not just going to go into the Bible and say, here's my name right here. It don't really work like that. It could, you know what I mean? But in a lot of cases, it's not. Like if you look up the biblical names, like Eleazar, that's the makeup of more than one. I just want to get out the way real quick. This is y'all can still see this. That's the makeup of more than one word. So I was trying to see how they formed his name. Like father, you got Abba, you got the Ra from many, and I was trying to get right? It could be father of many of them, or father of many nations, right? But that's just because, meaning them, or, they, these. So it could be father of many of them. Father of many nations, many people, right? So he could have, the name could be, now, I'm giving you that name that I'm saying father of many of them, because that could be how your name is. Your name could actually be saying father of many of them. But that's the form of the nations. Because you might not like the name, you might not want Goya or Gawaya, and you know what I mean? You might want to switch it up. Remember, when you name a child, your son, or you name a pet, or you name anything, you and your rig have the benefit, or you and the brothers, if y'all naming a pet or whatever, have the benefit of forming that name. You know what you want to call it, and then the beautiful part is you get to sit with your ribs, y'all pregnant and all that, and you sit back like, damn, no, I want the name to mean this. She's like, I think we should name him this. Like, I think his name should be Sword instead of Razor, right? I think his name should be Machine. You know what I mean? Right. Or Warhead or War Machine. I'll give you a perfect one. You might want to name him War Machine or Warhead. Right. Like, yeah, I want my son's name to be Warhead. She's like, oh, I like that. But when y'all looking up the name, the different words for war and head, it don't sound like a good name. It sounds awkward that y'all don't like. And you find War Machine. You say, all right, well, let's find a different word. And you use the word machine. And now he's War Machine, but his name means Warhead. It's still the same. A warhead is a war machine. Right. So it could be father of many of them, though his name means father of many nations. It could. You know what I mean? That's what it could be. That's not, I'm not saying that's what it means. But I'm just giving you a breakdown of how to name things. Like if you're having a baby, you just got a full breakdown on how, you know what I mean? You can go back and forth. But if I was y'all, I would contact your camp leader, and they did the men of the Lord who do, who form names and do all that thing, all those things, and they'll break it down and make the name for what you want it to be, and give you different choices, and you know what I mean. And you can pick one. You got 8 different names you can pick from. You don't like none of them. Come up with more different ways to make it. It's so it is. You know what I mean? In the way of truth. Right? On a path to the Most High. I want my son's name to be the way to God, the way to the Lord. Even though his name might actually be saying the way to God. Right? You might have Alahayim in his name. Right? You might got Allah or something. Allah, you know what I mean? Allah something, right? Or you might get the Hayom, right? You might the Rockayim, right? The Rockayim, right? The Rockayim. Or you might name him Darayim. Right. Or I think the Rock would be more masculine to say the Rock. So you might name him Rocky. Right? Way to the Lord. Right? Rocking, that means way to the Lord or way of the Lord. Right? You could do it however you want to do it. Any type of way. You might name him like I said, Dara Young. You might name him Rock Young. It's man. That's the beauty of being able to name your child or name a pet or whatever. Y'all might be there like, yo, we gonna name this nigga Rocky. I like that. Way to God. Way of the Lord. You know what I mean? Or Harak. Yo. Harak. What else? Man, it's so much. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, right? Y'all understand it by now. That's the beauty of it. Y'all can do this for days. You and your rib, like, all right, baby, let's chill. Let's figure out some more names. Let's chill. Let's pick some more. She might say that to you. You know what I mean? Like, damn, let's pick some more names for the baby. You're like, all right, I don't really feel like it. And then you come up with the damn thing. Or she might come up with it. It's like they did one with John the Baptist, when they was trying to name John the Baptist. And they was like, but they was trying to come up with his name. Yeah, when they was trying to name John the Baptist. I believe Mike can just type in Elizabeth and search from there. Isupk, you had something else you wanted to bring out?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna try to find it with you. Go ahead, Isupk.
That's even more like when you look at the tribe of Gad, you know what I'm saying? The way they had their naming system where they would name people according, you know what I'm saying, to their attributes or whatever. Like that's how we name each other. Like your name means something.
Right.
They were speaking the same language.
Right.
Or a dialect.
All right, Luke 1 and 63. Luke 1 and 63, I'm going to put it up here. We're going to go to it in the Blue Letter Bible, Luke 1 and 63. Boom, boom, boom. For when they was naming John the Baptist. All right, Luke 1 and 63. All right, Bod, if you want to read some Hebrew, we didn't put up the Hebrew today to read the Hebrew. I'm going to allow you to read the Hebrew to lock you. Let me cast this to the TV. Hold on, bang, bang. Yeah, let's cast it. Damn, we got the TV plugged in. We should. You got it on your phone? I'll give you my phone. Huh? I got it right here on my phone, but you can put it up on your phone as well. All right. Luke 1 and 63. Let me know when you got it, Ibot.
Oh, you want in the English, sir?
No, damn. I forgot this is Greek. This is the New Testament. Salaki, y'all. So it ain't no Hebrew. So the water, you can give it to the English, Ibot.
Okay.
All right, so let's start. Let's go. Let's start a few verses above, right? All right, Luke 1 and 59. Let's get it in the Hebrew. Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 59. And it came to pass that on the 8th day they came to circumcise the child, and they called him Zacharias.
What did they call John the Baptist?
Zacharias.
They called him Zacharias. Right? That's what they was going to call him. Zachariah. All right? Now that's an actual Hebrew name, Zachariah.
Right.
I just seen, it was a cat that used to be in the school. When I first came in, his name was Zachariah. Yep, his name was Zachariah. I just seen him the other day. And he didn't full out, went and traded and lost and, need to come back. You know what I mean? But I seen him the other day. That's what I was telling Yanaquan that I saw Zachariah the other day. I don't know if y'all was there. It was after camp. You remember that? I was telling Yanaquan like I ran into Zachariah the other day.
I'm not sure if I was there. If I could, he came before I came.
Yeah.
He left before I came.
Yeah, he left before you came. Y'all probably don't even know. It's a damn shame. But anyway, that's the name of Zacharias. They was gonna name John the Baptist Zachariah. They called his name what?
Zacharias.
They called his name Zacharias. Go ahead.
After the name of his father.
So they was naming him after his father. Go ahead.
Verse 60. And his mother answered.
And who?
And his mother answered.
I thought the UPK just told women to shut the hell up and walk around barefoot pregnant. Ain't that how they do us, man? They make us seem like we are monsters, the women, man. Like, they make us seem like we beat on broads and chain them up and leave them in the house pregnant, chained up. I mean, they make us look so bad. Women women ain't made to have power. A woman is not made to have power.
Right.
But love your woman as Christ loved the church, man,
Right.
and gave himself for it. We love our sisters, man. You know what I mean? I be joking with my rib. You know what I mean? She might try to say something fly. Just give me the pull this for me. Salak, I meant to put my phone on me. Pull this for me. Damn, Astawak. I was trying to get your damn name out. Salaki warrior. Astawak. Pull this for me where they asked in the Apocrypha who's stronger. Pull that one for me where they asked who's stronger. Well, what's the strongest? And he said the wine. One said the king, and the other one said the woman. Right? But keep reading, Ibad. Salaki.
And said, not so.
But who said this?
And his mother answered and said, not so.
Not so. She said, no, we ain't gonna do that. Remember, like I was just explaining, that you and your rib could be sitting there trying to name the baby. She coming up with big names. You coming up with names. The man gets the last say so.
Right.
He ain't gonna just hush his rib, not unless there's a reason to do it. You know what I mean? She out of line, of course. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's just not the right time for her to say that certain specific thing.
Right.
But you don't just slap her and say, shut up, boom. And you know what I mean? That's not Israelite culture. Like, love your brother as yourself. Why do you think to this day that men be so hype over women getting abused? They be ready to fight and just kill anything. A woman say, oh my, look, we just going right here, like the general said, with their hand on their head, like, oh my God. Niggas be like, what's up? Ready to go. Because that is how we always been. You don't even know the sister and you trying to help. Because a man has power. We understand the power of a man.
Right.
So if you just brought all in distress, you might be, you know what I mean, abusing your authority. And then just the Lord will send somebody to check you over abusing that authority. For real.
Right.
Go ahead, Astawak.
If I could, I remember when I was younger, this boy, he like, I think the girl like said something smart to him. And he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was gonna hit her or something. And half of the dang school was fucking around looking at him like, hey, you wanna do that? But you like, let's just watch it. He looking at it. He noticed like he would tell his hand was on the swivel after he realized that she went and told everybody, and we all like, look, act like you want to do something, and we stomp you up.
Man, listen, that's righteousness. Because we understand the power that a man can really hurt a woman, which is why a sister got to stay in her effing place, man. Like, and not in the man's face. If you're in a man's face, then you are disrespecting him. And no, a man should not beat on a woman. But if the brother switches to his instinct, which is to break whoever jaw that's in his damn face, you was there to get the job. Now, a man should not hit a woman. Because once you hit her, somebody gonna come see you about that.
Right.
That's just a fact. Which is, I think, why women do it. Right. Look, I think it's why they do it. They trying to get somebody to come whoop your ass. But a sister should not be in a man's face. That's just not, you know what I mean? A brother shouldn't have to, you know, step up on his rib to check her. You shouldn't have to be all in her face like this. Just to check the bro. You know what I mean? Now, if you doing all that, it's probably because she was in your face and you just bossing up on her. But neither one of those, we should love each other, man. That's the point. We should really love each other. One sister shouldn't be in a brother's face. A brother shouldn't be all up in a sister's face, checking all extra heavy like that. You know what I mean? He ain't got to do all that. You know what I mean? Brothers shouldn't hit on women. Women shouldn't hit on men.
Right.
We should love our brother or sister as ourselves. Go ahead, Astawak.
If I could, bringing out is so heavy. It's something that I see a lot. Where sisters wonder why like random men outside don't like protect them when they get in situations. Sometimes they hop up in each other and men face and do different things. And I'm like, part of the issue is that we don't know how to behave when we out in public, and a lot of times sisters don't know how to play their role, and the men are out of pocket. So it's like if you somewhere and his brothers is out of pocket, and then you a sister, you got to make sure that you got your protection when you up under a certain place, because like you're not necessarily going to be safe just because the other men are. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like in here, we make sure our sisters is good. And part of making sure they're good is they learn what type of places they should and shouldn't be going to.
Right.
So they can protect themselves ahead of time. So that's heavy what you're bringing out, because a lot of times they don't know how to deal with that. So they be thinking we being overbearing on the sisters. It's like, nah, you go out and somebody will drop something in your drink. You know what I'm saying? Now, if one of our sisters know, I'm not gonna go out and be around people in the world because I know the evil is in it. We not making her do it because of whatever. That's the same thing with brothers. I'm not gonna go to certain places because I know it's evil going on in the place. I go somewhere, ain't nothing but weed and everybody popping pills and sitting. I'm like, man, I'm going home and somebody can start shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to be there. I want to be around the brothers more than anything.
Yeah. And what you said was so heavy, give us some like a hand. A woman being in her place is her protection.
Right.
Her being in her place is her protection. What is that? Who told a woman to stay in a damn place? A man. That's a man loving a woman the way Christ loved the church.
Right.
And gave himself for it. We got to give ourselves for our women. The Proverbs said, a wise man seeth, I'm going to paraphrase it. A wise man sees an issue about to occur or foresees something about to happen and he goes the other way.
Right.
That's a wise man. Now, a lot of cats might say that's a BITCH move. A lot of cats in the world might feel like that's a BITCH move to do. But a wise man, he don't see that about to happen. He say, I'm going to go away. He'll walk away. He'll get away from that evil that's about to take place, man.
Right.
I think that's what it says. He see of evil and he goes the other way. Like he'll see evil about to happen and he'll go the other way. Like I'll walk around or walk through some cats that's already, you know what I mean, you filling out their spirit.
Right.
Why go and try to walk through them like you tough, man? Let's go across the street. Let's go the other way. Because say you do break their jaws, they ain't gotta report it. I ain't telling nobody to be no punk, but damn, it's not that wise to do all that. I mean, it's stupid. They ain't gotta call, what happened? And then that council, after you report it, what they gonna say? Why you just didn't cross the street? And the truth won't come out. Go ahead, Oscar.
Well, cool. What you bringing out is so heavy because, like, that's the wisdom. Like, you don't need to be fighting everybody. It don't make you be with. That's why the scriptures say, he that is slow to anger is mightier than he that take the city. Like, I had a situation recently, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm taking somebody to their house and they was like, hey, don't pull up in the front because they live in like a project building because they'll throw stuff at your car. And at first I'm like, I get out this car, and then I thought about it. What am I thinking? I was like, man, all right, whatever. You straight, you cool. And then I just let it go because I'm like, man, I didn't go drive over there being stubborn.
Right.
I wish you motherfucker would throw something in my car, and then I'm gonna get into a fight with about, you know what I'm saying, 5 people or whatever. Or they gonna start shooting. It's like, I'm just gonna get away from you. I don't have time to be around. You know what I'm saying? I found the scripture you was talking about.
Most High in Christ. Let's get it. Oh, wait, Salaki. Let's read a little bit more, real quick, on the scripture.
Okay.
Where we at? And she said, "Not so is what?
Okay.
Not. I'll just read it. Not so, but he shall be called John." So that was the point. All right. You get to choose the names. All right. First they wanted to call him Zacharias, but it wasn't so. They ended up calling him John. All right. All right, go ahead, Astawak. Give me the scripture that you had right here, that you had in the Apocrypha that I asked you to pull. Oh, it's in Proverbs. You found it, Most High in Christ. Let's get it.
Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
A prudent man seeth the evil and hide himself. This guy, he wise, man. Right. You know what I mean? He gonna look at that situation and be like, I ain't even about to move today. I'm not about to walk through these cats. I'm not about to argue with this bro. I'm not about to stare this nigga down in the car because he's mad that I'm driving slower what he wants and argue with him. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? There's a ton of things you can do. Sisters definitely got to use this because a sister will punch another broad in the face quick, boy. I'm telling her, the women, they run nowadays. They be like, beat what? I up the joint like they you and beat up a bro, man. The sister walked past the school today, was talking with her homie, like, I ain't scared to beat somebody up. I said, dang, like they rough, man. Hey, she said, I ain't scared to beat somebody up, man. That's a good thing. But how she was saying it, like, I'm about that life, I will hurt somebody, man. And, you know what I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. But our women, you know what I mean, our people have to stop that. You know what I mean? You gotta be prudent. You gotta see the evil, and you gotta hide yourself from that. You gotta go the other way. Like, nah, I'm cool. You be about to go outside, you see you out there arguing, you like, let me shut this door back. But they say, hey, such and such, come after this Negro up. And then now you in the mix. Because if you say no, now you gotta hit. Like, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna be beefing with them. And if you even actually still come outside, the person might say, what? F him up. And start coming to you. Now you're in the whole mix. Now you gotta be like, I'm gonna shut this damn door back. I ain't even about to get in. Yeah, let me go watch TV or something. Or you'll be hearing the argument, you'll hear gunshots. You'll be about to go look. Like, see what happened? And you say, you know what, let me not do that. Let me not go out here and see who just got shot in case what? In case they not done shooting. You know what I mean? So many scenarios. All right, Bob, you got what I wanted in the Apocrypha? Go ahead. Hold on, Isupk. Go ahead, Bob.
This book of First Ezra, chapter 3 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
The third group, women are strongest.
The third group, what?
Women are strongest.
The third group, what?
Women are strongest.
Women are the strongest, man. Go up like 2 verses. Let's get the question. Go ahead.
This is the book. This is the book of First Ezra, chapter 3 and verse 9.
Can I get a time check out the walk?
8:49.
8:49. Go ahead.
And said that when the king is risen, some will give him the writings, and of whose side the king and the 3 princes of Persia shall judge that his sentence is the wisest.
Go ahead.
To him shall the victory be given.
Go
as
ahead.
it was appointed.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. The first row, mine is the strongest.
So the king said, look, I need to know the answer to this, and I'm going to give you such and such and such and such for whoever give me the answer. You want to know what's the strongest in the world. Right? Go ahead.
The second row, the king is strongest.
So somebody first said, look, man, wine is the strongest. Wine is you effed up. You drink and drive, you dead. You know what I mean? You give a woman enough of it, you got you a rib. Give a man enough of it, you got you a husband. That's a little bit of game. Give him enough to drink. I think we all know that game. If you black and Hispanic, we know that game. Here you go. Here, drink this. Now I ain't saying with the pills in the drink. We ain't going there. I'm saying just regular alcohol, give him a good time. Hey, give her 2 margaritas. You really trying to marry her, bro. I mean, and she want to marry you too. Like, you trying, you know what I mean, to break the ice and all that. You might say, give him a double shot of Uncle Nearest, the 100 proof. That's a black man, that's owned by a black man. You know what I mean? That's the cat who made Jack Daniels for that devil. That's the real Jack Daniels. It's Uncle Nearest. You know what I mean? Give him a double shot of Uncle Nearest. You trying to get married, and you insisted, right? So somebody said wine is the strongest. That strong drink is the strongest. Somebody else said what?
The king is strongest.
Somebody else said the king is the strongest. Why is the king? Why would they say the king is the strongest? Well, he's the damn king. He wants somebody dead, you go. Right? That's the king. The king say, give me wine, and he gets the wine. He say, give me women, and he gets the women. He could put somebody to death if he wanted to. He's the king. He said, well, the king is the strongest. Go ahead.
The third row, women are strongest.
The third row, what?
Women are strongest.
Who's the strongest?
Women are strongest.
Wait, man?
Women are strongest.
The third said, I hear both of y'all. That's what's up. That's two good points. One, they want to die, then you drop. You can't get your head chopped off. I understand. But let me school y'all in something. Some wisdom. Women are the strongest. Go ahead, I read on.
But above all things, truth beareth away the victory.
But the truth will take away all that victory. You want to know who's the strongest? Women. Why? Because a king is going to what? Women. You're going to need wine to have a good time to get women. You want to procreate, you're going to need women, right? I mean, you need nurturing and love. You go to the woman. You need your hair braided. You go to the woman. You the king. And your woman is married. Go ahead.
In the 4th chapter, it breaks down.
The why I love my body, y'all. And I love everybody in Isupk Lashawan because I suffer for them, right? And y'all suffer for me too. Man, Juliana suffers for us all. We all suffer for him, right? That's what real love is. Damn, I missed my point, but you need nurturing. You go to a woman, right? And you know what, I'm gonna let you read the scripture because I was about to say it. And I read me and said, I got the scripture right here. I was about to break it down. So you need nurturing, you go to a woman. But a woman, read verse, the next verses.
Kalkan. This is the book of 1 Ezra, chapter 4 and verse 13. Then the third, who had spoken of women and of the truth, this was Zorobabel, began to speak. Verse 14. O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth.
Now, it ain't these that's the greatest, that excelleth, that passes all things. No, it ain't that. It's a woman, and above the woman is the truth, right? You know that. But he's going to break down to you why it's a woman. Go ahead.
God, who is it then that ruleth them, or hath the lordship over them? Are they not women? Verse 15. Women have borne the king.
Women, first, like I said, you're going to procreate, you have to have a woman, right? To birth the seed that the man puts in her. The seed is of the father. The woman has to do all the hard work and the birthing, right? You understand that? Go ahead.
And all the people that bear rule by sea and land.
Yep, go ahead.
Verse 16.
Meaning a woman, anybody that rules anything, whether you rule over the water or the land, you was birthed by a woman.
Right.
Go ahead.
Even of them came they.
Yep.
And they nourished them up.
Yep.
That planted the vineyards.
Yep.
From whence the wine cometh.
Yep.
Verse 17. These also make garments for men.
Yep.
These bring glory unto men.
Now that's the woman's job, to bring glory to you, man. To glorify and make him great. Skip me down, I bow to the main part with the crown.
Kalkan. Kalkan. Kalkan.
If I could,
Oh, wait.
verse 30.
Huh? Verse 30?
Kalkan. Verse 30. Kalkan. Verse 30. And taking the crown from the king.
Wait. Go up one verse, verse 29.
Verse 29.
Here's the point of why a woman is the strongest, right? Why women are the strongest under the truth, right? Go ahead.
Yet did I see him and
Go back one more verse. Go to verse 28.
28. And now do ye not believe me? Is not the great king, is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him?
See, the king, everybody would have thought, oh, damn, the king is the strongest because the king rules over women, right? He does. But the king is the strongest and he rules over women. But go ahead.
Verse 29. Yet did I not yet did I see him in Apane, the king's concubine, the daughter of the admirable Barticus, sitting at the right hand of the king.
Wait, the king is the strongest, but I did not see a woman sitting at his right hand, right? Now she ain't him, he's the king. But, go ahead.
Verse 30. And taking the crown from the king's head and setting it upon her own head.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. She's sitting next to her man, gave him all the wine he needed to get next to him, right? Took his crown off his head and put it on her head. That's a black woman, goddammit. That is a Hispanic and First Nation woman. You know what I mean? They take the crown off a man's head, put it on her, goddamn it. Now you take the king's crown and put it on your head. You be dead. Be gone. Read on.
She also struck the king.
Wait, and she smacked him upside the goddamn head. Took his crown, sat on her head and said, Pat, my friend watching this, you know I said this the other day. I said, yo, stop effing playing with me, man. She was especially good for the soul. Listen now, we men. I tell you, I said, stop effing playing with me all the time. I look like I'm joking all the time. Because she does that. Black and Hispanic women ain't playing around with you. And she got to know when a man ain't playing. Sometimes I'm not a female, I'm not just too weak all day long. God damn. I think that's it. Stop ever playing with me all the time. You know what I mean? And she got right in her place and did what? Smiled at me and did some more stuff. I said, God damn it. I said, God damn it, stop playing with me again. And then she let it go. I said, God damn it. Woman is the damn strong, because I didn't hurt her nothing. She took the king's crown off his head. Now you'd have thought about after I said, stop effing playing with me. You'd have thought she'd have been like, all right, I'm gonna leave it alone. She looked at me like, and starts playing again. I said, God, that's you know what I mean? That's the power of a woman. She took the crown off the king's head, sat on her head, and then slapped that nigga upside the damn forehead. Like, I'm the king now. But she is his Lord. Read on, my God. Now, this is a man who put Negroes to death. He's the king. Man, listen. Read out loud.
She also struck the king with her left hand.
Slapped him right upside the head. Pat, go ahead.
Verse 31. And yet all this the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth.
Because she was that bad. He looked at her like I'm going to hurt you for doing it. I should get you for doing it. With your B-A-D-A-S-S. Go ahead.
If she laughed upon him, he laughed also.
If she laughed like nigga, you know what it is. He comes just playing with you, baby. He laughing at her like, yo, I'm going to get you. Like, I know what you're trying to do. Sometimes, listen, a woman, I asked my read this, confession is good for this. So I asked her this. I said, what is your effing problem? Like, I've been checking you all week. She said, sometimes it's like to make you mad. Like, I didn't see you mad. I'm looking at her like, and we're going to leave it all right there. Keep going.
But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter.
Dang. Go ahead.
That she might be reconciled to him again.
A woman ever act crazy on you? Like, get mad and start doing things that piss you off. Stop answering the phone, all types of craziness. And you gotta go check on her, like, woman, what the hell? You ain't get my phone call? She did that just so you can do that right there. Just so you can come and see about her. That is the power of a woman. You take a sidebar, you go somewhere, you take a sidebar to go check on her. Be out there real quick. Yo, what's up? Blah, 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 blah. She did that just so you can do that. You know what I mean? That's the power of a woman. Now, here's the thing. If she's a righteous woman, it won't even mean nothing to you. It won't be like, oh, I gotta deal with this B-I-T-C-H again. Something. It won't be none of that. He won't stand up and say, give me my crown, and snatch the crown back and grab you and toss you the hell out in front of everybody. It won't be none of that. You would take his crown and slap him, he'll look at you like, yo, stop playing with me, man. Like, you my damn crown. And she smiling and laughing. You like looking at her like, yo, man. And then you laugh a little bit like, this girl, man, it's lucky, y'all. She throwing off a little bit. You know what I mean? And then, after all that's over, you go to talk to her about it, she get mad. She mad. She mad. You know what I mean? Like you did something to her. Oh, to see you like that. To make you know what I mean? And you gotta give it to them. They women, they gotta be pregnant, you know what I mean? They pretty soft, all that. You gotta let them have something. Just like Jeremiah said, sometimes you gotta let the bread win. Sometimes you gotta let her win. She ain't you, she ain't the king. You gotta let her win something, you know what I mean? You don't wanna just feel like a damn handmaid all day. You gotta let her win something, man. And that's being prudent. That's wisdom. Because if you don't let her win, you're gonna see that evil. See that child support, that custody battle coming right for you, man. Sometimes you gotta let her win a little bit. You know what I mean? And then, you continue to rule, and you know what I mean? You treat her like the weaker vessel. You honor her as the weaker vessel. You know what I mean? And that's when the babies start coming and you start putting the names together and all that stuff. Because y'all bond is so tight. Now, I didn't mean to sidebar for so long off of the lesson. Damn, it's 9:04. God damn it. All right. So listen, y'all. It's 9:04. I'm going to stop sharing that screen. I'm going to go back to and share this screen right here. I want y'all to, if y'all can, I'm going to leave this up there while we do the announcements, right? Y'all can screenshot this. I want y'all to finish translating the rest of these. It's 1 to 6. That's all. On your own time. Y'all can do it. Y'all cannot do it. It is up to you. But I want y'all to do, go home and practice these. Practice saying it. Record yourself saying it. Listen to it. Have your kids try to say it. Have your rib try to say it. Like, baby, come here. I want you to say this for me. Say what? Alahayim Abraham. Go ahead. Aswat.
Alahayim Abba Aram.
Abba Raham.
Abba Raham.
Yep. Father, Abba, and then you got Raham. Abba Raham. Alahayim Abba Raham.
Alahayim Abba Raham.
Yep. Abba Raham. Say it straight. Abba Raham.
Abba Raham.
Yep. Go ahead, Ibad, you got it?
Alahayim Abba Raham.
Abba Raham. It's straight. Abba Raham.
Alahayim Abba Raham.
Alahayim Abba Raham.
Perfect. My name is Abba Raham. You be like, oh, Abba Raham, you come here? Like it's, you know what I mean? That's how you gotta think about it. Alahayim Abba Raham. So smooth. You wanna try it again, Asawak?
Alahayim Abba Raham.
Go ahead.
Alahayim Abba Raham.
All right, Abba Raham. Alahayim Abba Raham. And that's when you start to put the names together after you and that woman go through y'all battles and crown smackings and forehead smackings, and you got the checker. When y'all make up, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. Or when y'all get somewhere, y'all can laugh about it like, yo, I'm going to get you for doing that. I knew you was up to something. I mean, with that being said, y'all, listen, I want y'all to translate these yourself. Y'all have the 50 words. I got the 50 words from the previous lessons. We put them up on the board. So y'all should have all these words that we're going through now. Dawadah is David. King is Malak. Y'all should have listen is Shammai, Moses is Masha, people is I'm, all right? All is Kal. That one at the bottom that says who, that's Ashar, which means which. So at the top one, number 2, Ashar, which God said, Ashar. You got Alahayim, you got said, you know why the end of the root word is him. All right. So we know most of these words. Y'all go ahead, y'all translate that, man. With that being said, this was the Isupk, the Lashawan Qadash class, man. I enjoyed this class with y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the class with me. I'm going to pass the class over. With that being said, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer of 50 Officer House to what?
Isupk security announcements. We the Isupk started out in 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York. Move for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves in the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, and verse 21. Or the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means 10 to Hebrew or Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny is any increase of low interest given to the teacher. Priest one, which is a free will offering, not mandatory whatsoever amount you like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Memorial of Blowing the Trumpets. It's going to be Monday, September the 6th. You can find it in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 to 25. My Akim Agua, check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing an all black boots, shirt, headband, and scarf. With that being said, it's my which means to stand.
You want to do the Lord's Prayer and the prayer to bless Israel. Oh, shit.
Salaki.
You good?
Sar, which means turn, facing east. What is it?
Apala Aquadum.
The Panla Hakadam. We're going to read the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew first. Abanawa. Shabbat
Shemaya. Qadash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakuka. Tabah. Ratazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Maharataza. Kawar. Ayah. Bashamai. Nathalanau. Lakum. Ka. Yawam. Wasalakanaw. Abawafnaw. Kasalaknaw. Kabawafinaw. Walaa. Tabianaw. Bonasawan. Abo. Awashanaw. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. Wathapara. Iwalam. Amen. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This is the story one.
Yes, come.
The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahushua.
By Hashem Yahushua.